Much. So we've already done the main presentation, and I'd like to reiterate my welcome to returning people and to new people. I hope you have found our speaker very interesting. This is the rest of the agenda for tonight. Many things have been happening and will happen this fall that I want to tell you about. And we did the land acknowledgement already. Now, our drop-in, our virtual social and research drop-in, I've managed to set up the bunch of links for the fourth Thursday of each month from September through to June next year. You'll find them listed in the Ontario Genealogical Society events calendar right at the bottom of the homepage. And it's going to be September 26th. Just a reminder, any social conversation, Durham region questions, general genealogy questions, DNA questions, reminiscences, research finds, and we can even do some lookups there in the library while you're online. So don't be shy, come and join us. Bring your coffee, bring your tea. If you're late in the afternoon, we're not going to ask you what you bring, but we hope to see you there. And this is what it looks like up on our website as well. And you just have to register once, and that link is good for the whole year. Now, we have an author in our midst. You just heard Janice's voice. Janice Carter has written a book on the earliest documented settlers of Scugog Island before the first census in 1851. And at approximately that same time, it was consolidated, the island was consolidated into its own township. Prior to that, it was split between, I believe, Reach Township and Cartwright Township. So it became its own township about that time. And in cooperation with Janice, I am really pleased to announce that the branch has published her ebook in our marketplace up on the OGS e-store. So those of you who have Scugog ancestors are going to want to get your copy because it's really thorough. We've got two new second editions that have come out of our Hampton Union June Cemetery Day, Cemetery Picnic. The cemetery is now divided into 4 sections. So we've added an extreme north section. The south section is currently in typing, and the north section is undergoing proofreading. So they will be up in the e-store soon, but the first 2 sections here, center section and the extreme north section, are both up. The extreme north is definitely there. No, the center section is definitely there. And the extreme north section, I'm waiting to hear the OGS head office has to vet it before it appears in the e-store. So I think I'll get that notification tomorrow or the next day, and you'll be able to find it up there. Now, we had a great cemetery recording day at the Hampton Union Cemetery, and we've got one more. Upcoming at the end of September is the Lakeview Cemetery in Newtonville, which also has 3 sections to update. These occasions are great fun, and I hope you would enjoy it too if you come out. You can contact Janice if you have questions, or just show up at the cemetery on the day itself. Now, Janice advises you to bring water, lunch, hat, and a sunscreen. And optional items are a lawn chair and a clipboard. And we'd be glad to see you. And we haven't forgotten our retyping project. In fact, it's an important step for doing future cemetery picnic days. Here's another 5 cemeteries that are available to adopt in 4 of our townships. You don't have to live near that cemetery in order to retype one for us. So These are all fair game. Or if you have a cemetery near you you'd like to do, let me know and I'll let you know if it's available or if it's already been done. So just a bit of a report on conference. Was held in June in Toronto, and it was a wonderful experience. This is the first live one in 5 years. And it was so great to see and hug so many friends. And Toronto branch, under the leadership of Anne Brown, did a really, really great job. I managed to attend talks by Blaine Bettinger, Diane Southard, Chris Payton, Johnny Pearl, Mags Galden, Mark Thompson, Paul Jones, Michael Nettleton, and Steve Little. So I definitely had my education. The marketplace was well set up, lots of room. We did have a table there, and we took our duplicate library books, and we were able to get a lot of donations given to us for those extra books. And we had a lot of great conversations with our members from far and wide. Another item that happened at conference was the new Canadian chapter of the Association of Professional Genealogists made their debut at the conference, and they had a table in Marketplace. So it was interesting to talk to them as well. Now, during the banquet, slides were shown from the presentation and awards at the annual general meeting that was held 2 weeks earlier. So Durham, we got an honorable mention for our newsletter, which has no editor. It's just kind of put together. We have a layout editor, and I'd like to say kudos to Anne DeLong for the work she puts into formatting everything. But everybody on the council just goes looking and sending in articles to her. And that's how we keep our newsletter afloat. I did go to the AI, which is Artificial Intelligence and Genealogy Day. It was, if I had to pick a word, electrifying. Many sessions exploring the technology of the artificial intelligence and how the tools can be used to support genealogy and save research time. And we also had a good talk on a lot of the ethical issues. So all around, it was great. And our very own Steve Wood was honored with an OGS Citation of Recognition. Now, during the banquet, and I have to apologize for the quality of the slide, we got the highlights of his service that was put in with the application. Just to hit the highlights, he was a co-founder of the branch. He's held many positions, including chair, office manager, research coordinator. He organized the research room at our two conferences in 2006 and 2013, and he's given many presentations to our branch and to other associations. So congratulations to Stephen. They also announced that next year will be a small one-day specialist seminar, 31st of May in London. They announced only 100 seats are going to be available, and the topic is your genealogical legacy, plan, prepare, and share. And we should be seeing more information coming out this fall with details. I haven't seen a call for papers yet, so hopefully that's coming soon. Now, each Friday in September, Legacy Family Tree Webinars is hosting Webtember. There are 5 webinars on each Friday for a total of 20 free webinars in September there. Now, all of these presentations will be free to rewatch throughout September as well. So it's like a mini conference every Friday, and it's free. And the very last webinar on Friday the 27th, you will be able to see a presentation from Elizabeth Schoen Mills, one from the series that is normally available only for Family Tree webinar members. That one is going to be free and out in the open for anybody to listen to. And she is absolutely incredible with what she can dig out of meanings of different web records, etc. And finding origins of birth families, methods that work, will be an excellent presentation. So you can go to this web URL and sign up, and they will send you reminder emails so you won't miss the ones you've signed up for. And local news, the Uxbridge Genealogical Group at the Uxbridge Public Library is hosting Janice Nickerson, who is a member of the Canadian chapter of the Association of Professional Genealogists. And she'll be talking on 6 free websites every Ontario genealogist needs, and that should be a good one. The Lakeshore Genealogical Society in Cobourg, they are doing their September meeting, September 11th. Their participants, so members of the group, are going to share recent discoveries and challenges. It is a hybrid meeting, so you can register and get the Zoom link to watch if you wish. We are open on Tuesdays and Thursdays each week at the Northminster Church. It is by appointment only, so you will need to book with Stephen Wood by emailing Durham Research at ogs.on.ca. The front door is often locked, and we won't hear you on the 3rd floor, and that's really why we insist on the appointment method. Our DNA Special Interest Group is meeting on Wednesday, September the 18th, and if you are not in our email group, just send me a request at either of these 2 emails, and I will get you added in. October's meeting is when New York was New Netherlands. Deb McCausland is I believe, a past chair of the Huron branch. That's come out of my memory, so it's maybe not quite right, but it's going to be a look at the 17th century Dutch settlement of New York before the English occupation, and she'll be talking about the culture, the politics, and the people. It will be a virtual only meeting via Zoom. I have heard this presentation, and I do not have New York people, and I still found it fascinating. So I hope you will all come out. November, we have Kyle Pugh, who's the archivist at the United Church Archives in Toronto. Here's a little bit about him. He is the Ontario Regional Council's archivist at the United Church of Canada Archives. The United Church Archives houses thousands of vital statistic registers and historic rolls, and Kyle will describe these and provide valuable tips on navigating the United Church's collections. December is going to be our annual show and tell, as well as potluck Christmas goodies. And January is also booked. We've got Gordon McBain from Manitoba talking to us about where have all the obits gone? Interesting title. Ontario Ancestor, or OGS. The monthly webinar is this Thursday, September the 5th at 7. Ken McKinley will be talking about a genealogy toolbox for Ontario research. With this comment, those starting off their Ontario family history research can sometimes be overwhelmed, and we might miss some key records by not knowing what is available. In this talk, we take a look at some of Ken's favorite sites and resources that he uses when researching the various branches of his tree that came to Ontario. So on the OGS homepage, it is in the banner going across the homepage, and you're able to click on his picture. They are also hosting a 3-part series this month regarding UK research, and it is free if you're an OGS member. If you're not, it will cost you $30. So they've got 3 speakers on 3 different Saturdays at 3 p.m. One about workhouse and pauper ancestors, September 14th, Welsh church records, September 21st, and Scottish ancestors in Irish records on the 28th. And they've just announced a family history writing series for October. So again, a 3-part series. These will be on a Thursday nights. And again, it's free for OGS members and $30 for the series for non-members. So they're really going all out this fall. As always, if you find what we've been doing and the speakers we have scheduled are valuable to you, we do invite you to go to our donation button on the left side of our website homepage. And you will get a tax receipt automatically by email if it's over a certain value. And I'm sorry, I don't know what that value is. This is our contact information. We're still at the timetraces.com/Durham branch. We have not made a lot of progress on our old website yet. And I hope that you would, that we would be able to get that to you relatively